It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome to Sports Orbit, reaching from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Acho. Salif Usman is right here with me, and of course, Cosmos also in the studio with me on this wet Monday. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Alpha. Wet Monday indeed, and it was a beautiful weekend for the fans of the Premier League's clubs. But for Super Eagles, for Nigerian fans, it was not a week to remember because the home-based Eagles once again are just a defeat to Nigerians.
All right, that's how we'll begin on today's episode of Sports Orbit, where, of course, once again, like they say, lightning does not strike twice, but in this situation, lightning has struck twice as Ghana actually defeated Nigeria once again in the CHAN qualifiers. That's the first leg that took place over the weekend in Cape Coast. That match ended 2-0 in favor of the Ghanaians. So Nigeria will be hoping to bounce back when they play the return leg coming weekend. But Salifu, like we had said here on Friday while we did a little preview of this match, we said yes, the match is not again about revenge, like the coach clearly said, but it will be disappointing for the Ghanaians to once again defeat us. This is talking about the home, the CHAN, competition now, and once again, it's looking like except we have to do something special in the return leg, looks like once again the Ghanaians might just prevent us from going into another tournament.
Yeah, Alpha, just like you say, it look more certain than not. Because, the way it is now, Ghana look very certain to stop Nigeria once again for a major competition. And like you say, yet it's not look like a revenge, but beating you twice. And what is like me is that both our senior national team, the Super Eagles, the main Super Eagles, and even the feeder team, the second Super Eagles is the home base. That means on both sides, Ghana has edge over Nigeria. And from the look of things, with the 2-0 down and looking at the home Eagles being made or being led by Salis Yusuf, I don't quote me wrong, nothing is possible in the game of football, but I don't see it possible that Salis Yusuf led Eagles will be able to upturn this 2-0 deficit against them. Because if it were 1-0, but even when it was 1-0, the game was 1-0 down to 85 minutes. We're hoping that if it's 1-0, even that 1-1, we're still even scared. Either the Eagles will be able to upturn the 1-0. But to our disappointment, the Ghanaians added another second goal. And with that second goal, it moved up certain that it's very certain that Ghanaians have perfected their ticket to the CHAN in Nigeria. But like I said, nothing is possible in a game of football until the final 90 minutes. But if you watch that match against the Ghanaians, we have the strikers, we have the team that he has not let it to put down to notice. But how it's going to happen to upturn that 2 goals? It will be, to me, it will be the 8th miracle of the world if they upturn that 2 goals.
Well, for Cosmos, Salifu has said he doesn't see, the CHAN Eagles upturning that 2-0 advantage the Ghanaians have already. Do you, like in football, sure, nothing is impossible, but playing at home right here at the MK Abiola Stadium, do you think this CHAN Eagles, particular set of CHAN Eagles, actually have what it takes to, do the impossible? in that return leg?
First of all, I would like to come in here.
Yeah.
In life, nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
But everything is possible. I believe we can come back, but it requires a lot. For our loss in Ghana, very disappointing, absolutely disappointing for Salif and Salisu Yusuf's men. I felt like they needed to put in more effort, and everything now boils down to lack of preparation.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the Ghanaians had a lot of preparation than us when it comes to preparation before the competition, before the match. And it was likely that we would lose that match. Everything was just pointing at we're gonna lose. And I've not actually trusted Salisu Yusuf with these home-based Eagles for since he was appointed, because
his team was relegated in the Nigeria Professional Football League. Canopilas, they were relegated, and handling Canopilas and coming to an end. So it does not coincide, it does not synchronize well. So I feel like Salisu Yusuf is not the right person for this job. That's my own personal opinion. But we see what happens in the Galaxies on Saturday. We hope, fingers crossed, Super Eagles will bring it back home and qualify for the competition in Nigeria.
All right, moving on now to some MPFL news, where for Bielsa United, after 7 years in the lower division, have finally making a return to the NPFL. Of course, they following the 2-0 victory over Sinosure FC. In that one, Bielsa United finished the season with 44 points from 24 matches to edge Crown FC with 42 points, and Warri Wolves, that's another main team, who has been in the NPFL for a while, but are now suffering in the NNL. But Bielsa have made the return. So with that now, I think they, alongside El Canary United, are back also. Bendel Insurance, yes, been a long time coming. I mean, for Bielsa United, congratulations to them, and for the likes of El Canary, Bendel Insurance. I remember back in the days in Nigeria, for the likes of El Canary, Warriors, Bendel Insurance, these were teams that, you knew that this were some really tough teams in the NPFL back then.
It's just like the way in our football, just like we normally see that in Nigeria football, the way we do the less you understand, and we are in the situation in the country, and we take this serious. Why some people are building for development, we always go on the contract, what is obtainable in the development. For instance, a club like good that they are coming back to the league, club like Better Insurance, club like El Canary. These are clubs, it's like say, Man U. These are traditional clubs that need to have a tradition as well. That not even need to test anything like that. There's supposed to be a house name, not just within Nigeria, within Africa and even the global world. Sometimes it takes me a club that I've been there even before me and you talk in way born. But because we mismanage certain things in this country, we run political club like as if it's a political organization. We allow the politicians to hijack the club. We allow the politicians to appoint their talk and who aided them in starting the ballot board to become the club managers. And how do we progress? We are running a club that the club doesn't even care on how the club either the club earn money or they earn money. You'll be shocked that Alpha, if I'm giving you a assessment, you can go and find out there is no any Nigeria player that has been successfully transferred from a club in Nigeria to another club in Europe. What they normally does, the club managers, instead of like I'm just giving the example for instance, like Enyiba, who is instead of a player moving from Enyiba to another club to this, the fact that the club manager will negotiate and take him to one Alpha Academy. On our legacy, this player, Cosmo was a Enyiba player, but we know him from Alpha Academy, but also it was not Enyiba club. So it's the Alpha that have the right to the player. On arrangement due, and at the end of the day, they go there. But because the club, they are always saying that government money come from the government, and government money is not accountable. And that is why you can see a club like Kenemi Warrior go into relegation. Enyiba, for this time, although Enyiba is not the topic here, but Enyiba, like the name Enyiba have created for themselves. 2003, one back championship, back to back. Well, today, if you go to Enyiba, what is the state of Enyiba today? There's nothing to write home about it. But today, Enyiba is supposed to be in the league of Al Ahly, Orlando Pirates, and all these top teams in Africa. But today, Enyimba cannot even compete with those clubs. In terms both instructional wise and anything. Enyimba don't have a stadium on their own. The stadium we call Enyimba Stadium are government-owned stadium. The government can decide to go there and throw a party. The person who manages the stadium at Enyimba is not appointed by Enyimba, it's appointed by the government.
Yeah.
That's clearly show that the stadium is not only named after Enyimba. It doesn't belong to Enyimba. Enyimba don't have a secretariat on their own. And Anyashi has been there for 22 years as a club manager. What are we talking? But congratulations, just like congratulations to El Kenemi, congratulations for better insurance, congratulations to the Bayelsa United for passing back to the Premier League. It is good that we need to have those clubs cutting across. For instance, like I'm so happy particularly about the El Kenemi coming back to the league, because if you go into the northwest, apart from the parts of
northeast,
Wiki Tourist, there's no any other club competing in the league from that side. So that is a good one. And for Bayelsa United, there's something that's so unique about the current governor of Bayelsa United. Since he come back, you can see that in terms of sport development, he has been supporting a lot for sport development, supporting a lot.
And they are reaping the fruit.
Yeah, and they're reaping the fruit. Good, Cosmo. The same thing about the Benin, the Obaseke, you may call Obaseke memo signing governor. But in terms of sport, you can see his handwork little in sport. And say congratulations to this guy, and we hope that now that they are back, they have come to stay.
All right, moving away from that, but I think the only player I can remember who made a move straight from the Nigerian league to directly was Tai Taiwo from Lobby Stars to Marseille. I think I remember that very well. Yeah. And then moving on now to some basketball, where once again things are not looking well for the Tigers, as once again they suffered a 67 defeat to their Angolan counterparts in the 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifiers in Abidjan yesterday. The match played at the Palace des Sports saw the Tigers having a sluggish start to the game, losing the first quarter 16-18, but bounced back to take the second quarter 13-19 in that one. Of course, the 2023 FIBA World Cup schedule for Japan, Indonesia, and Philippines will hold from August 25th to September 10. The Tigers are vying to pick one of the 5 slots for African teams in the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Down Cosmos, once again, the Tigers, well, some have made excuses that, some of our heavy hitters in that team haven't been, in this team. Could that be, these players we have as backup, can they, are we saying they are not good enough to get the job done?
Well, the backstory to our basketball problem, how we've battled the basketball leadership in Nigeria here, the Tozu, the rifts in the leadership of basketball. I feel like that has gone a long way to affect our players too. Because as a human being, these things affect your mentality when you're not getting the support you ought to receive from your country. We see countries abroad thriving. We say, why are they thriving? Because they are getting the maximum amount of support they need to do what they ought to do. And this flows from the time of preparation, training, everything. You cannot cheat nature. Everything flows. You see preseason, a club that does well preseason obviously does well during the season. You understand? So everything flows. I feel like they don't have enough. Their mentality is low. As a human being, even your mentality will be low, flowing from everything that has happened. Well, I just hope that the guys that we have left can actually do something and pick up one of the tickets for Africa. But if they don't, it's not still on them for me. It's not on them.
But realistically looking, Salif, do you think these guys have what it takes to book a ticket to the World Cup?
Yeah, they have what it takes, but just I agree with what Cosmos just said. When you are mental or psychologically down, it bound to affect you.
Exactly.
Because a whole body is a soul. When one part is not functioning properly, it definitely affects the other. And for this, just like say you say that our top girls, our big boys were not part of that team. And why are they not part of that team? And this is the major competition. We're talking about the World Cup qualifier. The dream of every player is to play at the World Cup. And for you to play at the World Cup, you need to qualify first. So why, if they qualify for the qualifier, why are you staying by for the qualifier? Remember, a certain group of the players, of the national team players, have made a vow that they will never play for Nigeria under a certain one leader. And they have stick to that. And that although some people have refused to come out to say they make about the wrong input, not just about, they put in writing collectively that unless there's a change in the leadership of the Nigeria Basketball Federation, they will never play for Nigeria under a certain leader. So, and as far as that leader remains, we have to suffer it. Angola used to be a dominant force in the basketball.
Yeah, sure.
But
Very well.
the Tigers come
Mm.
to silence them and
Yeah.
take over.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say that Angola may bounce back.
Actually, I agree with you. Anyway, at this point, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. Now to some transfer news where FC Genk of Belgium has said that right now they are not ready to sell Nigerian striker Paul Onuachu. The club have turned to Onuachu after failing to land their top target, Rasmus Holland. The Austrian was linked to the Serie A club Atalanta, but according to news coming out from Belgium, Genk has told their local rivals they won't sell Onuachu to them. According to the report, they prefer to sell the four to clubs outside of Belgium. The 28-year-old netted 21 times for this club last season, while scoring 33 goals in 38 league appearances in the previous campaign. So for Onuachu, spent time in Belgium, considerable time, but every transfer window, it looks like he should move on, but right now, looks like he seems to be stuck in Belgium.
Yeah, even last season we talk about it
Yeah.
seriously where you almost moved to Newcastle in the Premier League, even including Crystal Palace almost they go there. But I don't know why the Belgian clubs are reluctant in allowing the young man to leave. And just like Club Bruce, it's like they have copied that. If they have not allowed him to move to the rival club within the local league, why not allow him to move to outside the Belgian league? Several clubs did that. Several Arsenal that is only willing to sell their club to a rival. But for a club like mine will never sell his player to an opposing club within the domain, within the same league. So, but it's long overdue now for Anacho to move out.
Yeah, I think he's been in Belgium for a long time, has done quite well in Belgium, but it seems but I haven't even heard him being linked to any top sides across Europe.
I think
But
he
I
was
said
linked to
last
Arsenal
season.
last season.
Okay, yeah.
Arsenal last season and West Ham. Although I felt like he should have left last season because that last season.
But was there a concrete offer?
They were just speculation.
Exactly.
They were just speculation.
Exactly.
They were just speculation.
Yeah.
They were not concrete offers.
And just like there's a club apart from the same clubs are playing for a trophy, clubs are in for a business. As far as no matter how valuable the player is, if the very lucrative offer comes, no matter how
there's
nothing money can buy.
There's nothing money cannot buy.
Yeah.
You see how PSV come from nowhere and grab Neymar from Barcelona. Even when Barcelona needed Neymar dearly. Even though before it comes to the city, I was just read on the news alert now that even the Napoli coach admitted that it will be difficult to save £200 million.
Of course, absolutely.
If some offer come for Osimhen,
definitely, sure.
There's nothing money can buy.
Yeah. Anyway, to some EPL news now. Of course, West Ham got their first win over Aston Villa over the weekend, and with that win for West Ham, seems like more pressure is being piling up on Steven Gerrard, who his team is yet to find, some level of form in this campaign. And like every campaign, when matches start like this, you start seeing a number of managers who have been penciled down who will leave before by December. Do you think Gerrard will survive till December, Cosmos?
It's a very difficult one. Yesterday, when I was watching the match against Aston Villa and West Ham, I heard the stats here. They won just 11 games out of 30.
Yeah.
30 after being their coach for 30 games, just won 11 games. Not a good start.
Yeah.
Not the stats that the Aston Villa fans want to be seeing. After bringing Steven Gerrard last season, after sacking Dean Smith last season. So I feel like he has been backed up a lot. He has been given a lot of players, but I think injury crises have hit him a lot. Will he be sacked? I don't think so. He's not one of the managers I'm feeling like they'll be sacked before December. I feel like Brendan Rodgers of Leicester, that guy, Leicester is not really up to it this season.
Yeah.
I've not really been up to it. And what's this guy's there? I feel like Tuchel will be sacked. He's a big shout. He's a big shout, but let's see how
not being consistent so far.
Exactly. But Steven Gerrard, I feel like it's too early to push for that.
But if you say it's too early to prepare that Steven Gerrard will go on, I will disagree with you, because in the club will definitely be, at the moment the fans are already out of patience. The fans are already beginning to complain. From 4 straight defeat in the Premier League after the first season, 4 straight win.
I remember. I can't remember which manager was it 2 seasons ago who was sacked just after 4 games in charge. I think 2 seasons ago it was a Dutch guy, a former. Was it one of the?
Was it English Premier League?
Yeah, in the Premier League.
I can't remember.
Yeah. I think after 4 games he was.
But like Gerrard, for instance, 4 straight match defeat. I don't think that is not. Even him has admitted that. For him, he has been in the league for a very long time. You know that the first week is not anything that any fans would like to take.
Absolutely.
Would not like to take it, but you understand the agony and you understand the pain of the fan. But now his 2 next match is against Arsenal and Man City.
Yeah.
So which ordinarily, if you put it on the table, you definitely say these are potential losses.
Yeah.
So definitely, if he has to give this game to save his job, he needs to get a result against Arsenal or against Man City. If not, if he lose those 2 straight matches against Arsenal and Man City, definitely it will be 6 straight to be. I don't think the Aston Villa's owners and the fans will not hold their hands and allow the club to go down to relegation. More important that it's not too long where they come back from the championship side.
All right, so some Premier League news still, where Leicester manager in that loss to Chelsea is explaining why he left out Nigerian midfielder Wilfred Ndidi in that match and instead started Bukhari's Soumare of the French international ahead. He said the latter might not have fitted the way he wanted the team to play against Chelsea in that one. I watched that match. At a point, I thought Leicester had that match, but not being able to beat a 10-man Chelsea, I think Rodgers deserves to be sacked.
Honestly, that is why I made a very big shout here, because from the beginning of the season, we've seen how Leicester have been whooped. They were whooped by Arsenal. They have been whooped by different clubs, even Chelsea. I was surprised they gave Conor Gallagher a red card at like 30 minutes after the beginning of the match, and they were still not able to win that match in the end, and they lost that match. Not like they drew the match.
Exactly.
I was so surprised, and I said, guys.
And some had some fantastic scoring chances, which they completely. I mean, Vardy had like 2 clear-cut chances where he couldn't put it behind net.
And like you say, he wanted to play an attacking game against Chelsea. And if you are playing an attacking game against Chelsea, you have to also be careful on how you let your back. But I feel like you cannot see that him leaving we did out has played daily for the country. You can't play. Leicester is not a small team.
Exactly.
Play against Chelsea down for a whole almost 60 minutes, and yet you could have the control of the game. At least you manage a draw.
I feel like everything still boils down to their recruitment, because they've let a lot of top class players,
and they haven't really
not brought in
players.
Good players.
I mean, Fofana is also on his way out already, and they are get replacements, and the transfer in those shots on Thursday.
Honestly, so everything boils down to recruitment.
All right, let's go to some EPL results of matches that happened over the weekend. If we have it, producer, let's have it on the screen. Okay, there we have it. So early kickoff was United versus Southampton. It was 1-0 in that one, while Brentford had to settle for a 1-0 draw with Everton. For Brighton and Hove, it was 1-0 over Leeds United, while Chelsea, of course, 2-1 over Leicester City. While for Liverpool, Well, I expected it to be a whitewash, but not 9-0. After that painful defeat to United, well, they came back and it was 9-0 against AFC Bournemouth. For Man City had to come from 2 goals down once again, a Haaland hat-trick, to seal it 4-2, while Arsenal had to come back also to defeat Fulham 2-1. Now, looking at the Liverpool game, 9-0, and a lot of people were surprised that you scored 9 goals in the game and Salah didn't even score one of those goals.
Yeah. It was so surprising.
Yeah.
It was so surprising, honestly. Especially for some of us that do this FPL, thing, where you have Salah, your man, as a captain, and Liverpool scores 9 goals. Salah, no contribution to the goals or assists. So it was very surprising, and it was heartbreaking. And he missed some kind of sitters. There's this one-on-one he missed, and it was so disappointing to see. But I hope Salah come back, because Salah always does it. Salah always does it.
Well, as far as the team win, nobody will find fault. That's Salah score and no score. But the good is that the scoreboard, I didn't, just like Afas, I didn't escape that can. But it's like they transfer the aggression from the Man U, and it happened that the Bournemouth became the victim of the aggression. But the Bournemouth too loses Catalos 9-0, as if we are playing the basketball, as if we are playing the handball. It's really, or even the women football that is always playing. That's what the kind of margin the Super Falcon used to beat. But even then, and even in Africa, that have closed the gap. But for a Premier League, Baltimore is not a small team. They are not just an average team, but at least you don't rate that as one of the lowest teams since they came to the Premier League and it's so consistently well. But losing 9-0 to Liverpool, unfortunately, and Liverpool also need that match to redeem their image, because playing the match to start the win was not a good start for them at all. But they need that match to reawaken their morale, to boast and to assure their fans that yes, because people are beginning to attribute that the exit of money may be the end of Liverpool. So they have to bounce back to show that no, money or no money, Liverpool still make it start.
For Man City, looks like Haaland is gradually proving his doubts was wrong.
Gradually,
he's shutting his critics, honestly, because we saw what's happened in the Community Shield against Liverpool when he missed some kind of really important goals for them, and it was like Haaland, it was a big disappointment for City bringing him for the kind of money he brought him in. But Haaland always does what Haaland does best, scoring. That's not what he does best. 6 goals in 4 games. He'll keep scoring. Scoring, honestly. His first hat-trick and more to come for him. I know he'll do it. He keeps doing it. That is what he's made for. And that is what it's all about.
I mean, some people have already given him the golden boot already.
Well, the league is still on.
It's still on.
It's still very early to choose your golden boot. Yes, he's stopping the shot at the moment, but it's still very open. He can go 10 matches.
Still early days. It happens to strikers every now and then. Anyway, that's where all we have for you viewers. Tomorrow again, we'll come back tomorrow with another exciting episode of Sports Orbit. Of course, there's some Premier League matches going down tomorrow, Wednesday, and on Thursday. Of course, we'll give you a preview of those matches as they come. Salifu, once again, thank you for being in the studio.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Cosmos, thanks for making a return to the show once again.
Thank you very much.
All right, until we come your way tomorrow again, stay safe out there. My name is Afa Acho, and it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.